Alrighty, so today I'm going to be drawing on black paper with a black pen, which I will admit I am quite excited to do. But what am I going to be drawing today in specific? Well, today I'm going to be drawing a very chaotic drawing. Today I'm going to be drawing a bunch of faces over and over and over again, and I'm going to be layering those faces over and over and over each other until the drawing looks especially chaotic. That is the plan, at least, and I certainly am quite excited to find out how a drawing that is drawn on black paper with a black pen actually turns out, and I'm thinking it might actually turn out looking a little bit more interesting than I think. But I don't know that for sure, and I do suppose there is only one way to find out, and that is for me to go ahead and get my SOHO Urban Artist Brick Black Sketchbook all opened up to the nearest open page, and then after that, I do suppose I should probably go ahead and get to drawing. Now, shouldn't I? So let's go ahead and open this up to the nearest open page, which is, oopsies, this page right here. Let's go ahead and get that all centered just like that. And now I'm going to go and introduce you guys to the pen I'm going to be drawing with today. I'm going to be drawing with my Japanese calligraphy pen. This is a, if I remember correctly, Pentel FL2L, something like that kind of thing. I can't ever remember the exact name for this pen, but it is indeed a Japanese calligraphy pen. Let me just put it that way. And now, without further ado, excuse me, let's go ahead and get the cap all off. And let's go ahead and just shake it up just a little bit, I do think. Go ahead and just squeeze some ink in, just like that kind of thing. And now that I have done that, let's go ahead and get to drawing the first face of the drawing. So let's just go ahead and do a little bit of a circle right here. And let's do a little bit of a circle right here now as well. And I'm thinking a little bit of a circle right here as well. A little bit of a circle right here. A little bit of a circle right here. And then I'm going to go ahead and add a nose to all of these, just like that. And now a mouth as well to all of these. And now some eyes. Just like that. And I definitely have to say, so far, this is certainly looking a little bit more interesting than not. The black on black paper is actually a much better look than not, especially when the ink itself is a little bit wet. Like, even when it's dry, like up here we can see it's quite dry, it is definitely still a little bit different. It's definitely still a little bit more of a unique look than not, and a look that I do like. The actual color tone of the black ink coming out of my pen is definitely not exactly the same as the color of the ink of the paper, which is, of course, to be expected. But because of that, it's not quite, I'd have to say, lining up perfectly. So you can definitely still make out the details of the design and whatnot, which gives it a pretty nice look kind of thing. As a whole, I'm liking how this is turning out so far, I definitely have to say. Let's go ahead and do another circle right here, another nose, another mouth, and more eyes. And let's just continue layering more and more and more faces over the entire drawing until this drawing looks insanely chaotic. That is the plan, at least. And the ink is definitely quite wet, so it's definitely making this paper just bend and bow just a little bit kind of thing. So I'm definitely going to have to start just like holding it down just a little bit sometimes. Let's just go ahead and just get some more ink in there, just a little bit kind of thing. And another face up here, I'm thinking. And this paper certainly is quite wet, I will admit. I think I'm going to do one more up here. Just like that, and maybe one more down here. And I think that's going to be it. This drawing definitely looks a little bit more interesting than not. I mean, like, I really like drawing these sort of like chaotic-ish drawings on normal paper, on normal white paper. I really enjoy drawing these chaotic drawings on normal white paper, I will admit. But having drawn it on black paper, I definitely have to say it still looks much more interesting than not. I still really like the look of this drawing as a whole, and as a whole, I am still a much bigger fan of this than not. I am definitely still a much bigger fan of this than not. So I really cannot complain, yeah. Well, certainly no complaints on my behalf. I definitely do like how this drawing looks a little bit more so than not. It definitely looks a little bit more, well, much more muddled than how this same drawing would look on a piece of white paper, just simply because the black does combine better with the, black paper. But, it still looks a lot more chaotic than not kind of thing, and I do think it has a very nice look as a whole. I'm just going to put down my pen just real quick and just kind of go like that kind of thing. Like, looks very chaotic, but you can definitely still tell it's not quite combining with the actual paper itself. I don't know. I like it. I like it. It's just the layers on layers on layers on layers look, and I'm a really big fan of that look. I ain't gonna lie. I am a really big fan of that look, and as a whole, I definitely have to say this is not a bad drawing at all. Not a bad drawing at all. It's exactly what I set it out to be. And it definitely looks a little bit different than normal. And I would have to say, as a whole, I probably don't like how this looks as much as I do like how it looks on like white paper, just because it doesn't contrast nearly as well. But it's still not a bad look by any means. And it's still a look that I do really like as a whole. But it is much more muddled than not. It's literally black pen on black paper. But I don't know. I don't mind this drawing one bit. Let me just put it that way kind of thing. Let me just put it that way. Well, I think that's pretty much all I had to say for this video. I drew what I set out to draw. I did what I set out to be, and I certainly cannot complain, that is for sure. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of the concept of this video, and also let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of the drawing I did as well. Do you guys like the drawing I drew today? Let me know in the comments down below. And of course, please make sure to like and subscribe for more content. I have my Instagram, my book, my merch, my P.O. Box, and my main channel all in the description down below. Go check it all out. But thank you so much for watching, y'all. Till the next one, stay safe and peace and have a great one. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying?